So I just finished watching Onimusha on Netflix, which for those of you who do not know, is a Japanese anime that is based in the Edo period, and the main basic story slash premise plotline is that there are a group of samurai led by a man called Miyamoto Musashi, who, yes, was a real life Japanese samurai that existed in the Edo period. However, this show is not a documentary, it is not based on his life or his story, and it is not an accurate portrayal of who Miyamoto was as a person or as a samurai. However, fun fact about his character in this show, his character is designed and animated to look like the late Japanese actor Toshiro Mifune, who was a famous Japanese actor in the 1900s and who unfortunately passed away in the 90s. Now, before I get any further into this review, I would just like to say, spoiler alert, obviously, this should be common sense for all reviews, but some people still complain about it. So if you haven't seen the show and you don't want anything spoiled for you, click off this video now. Now, for everyone who didn't just click off this video, I can actually get into my review. So, as I said, the story follows a group of samurai led by Miyamoto, and their job is to track down another samurai by the name of Lemon, which I just found really weird and off-putting and a little bit funny, but I don't mind, you know, I still watch the show and it was kind of enjoyable. And Lemon is using what is known as the Genma, which loosely translates to like ghost slash phantom. And this is where my disappointment started, because when I read the Netflix blurb, like the biography, it said that it was about a zombie uprising. So I was expecting something like Kingdom, the Korean show. However, there were no zombies in this show. The Genma are just undead warriors. And look, yes, they're undead, but they're not zombies. They're just undead. That's like me saying that Dracula is a zombie because he's undead. Like, there was no eating people, there was no biting people and infecting them. They were just undead warriors, undead samurai. So those were the Genma, and obviously because they weren't human, the samurai, including Miyamoto, were at a major disadvantage. So Miyamoto had the help of what was known as the Oni gauntlet, which was a gauntlet that went on, I can't remember if it was his right or his left arm, and basically it would attach itself to him and it would temporarily grant him the powers of an Oni, of a demon, so he would get a lot stronger, a lot faster, etc, etc. However, with every Genma that he killed, with every soul the gauntlet collected, the gauntlet would get stronger, therefore Miyamoto would get stronger. However, the gauntlet would slowly take over him more and more, and as we saw towards the end of the show, the gauntlet had consumed him entirely, and we got to see Miyamoto transform into an Oni, transform into a demon, which for me personally was probably the coolest, most impressive part of the show. And that is the basic premise plotline for this story. And that's my problem with the show more than anything, is that it is such a basic, typical samurai Edo period Japan plot that, like, you might as well just watch The Last Samurai at this point. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So, what did I like about this show? Well, more than anything, I liked the animation style. I would give the animators and the animation a solid 8.5 to a 10, somewhere on that scale. And not even just the combat scenes. Like, yes, the combat scenes were done really well, and I really enjoyed the combat scenes. The animation was amazing during those scenes. But the animation was amazing all across the board. From the forests, to the mountains, to the villages, to the characters, and like I just said, especially the combat scenes. But the animation was amazing from beginning to finish. But unfortunately, that is the only thing that I can sort of obsess over when it comes to this show. The characters were really basic. They were just typical samurai, especially Miyamoto. Like, honestly, I think if it wasn't for the side characters, I would have gotten really bored. Like, if this show just followed Miyamoto, I don't think I could have gotten through more than like 2 episodes max, because he was just the most basic and typical samurai you can imagine. You know, like the top knot and the deep voice and the honor and all that stuff. Like, he could be in literally any other samurai movie and you would probably not notice a difference, in my opinion anyway. As for the side characters, they weren't that much better, although they were definitely a lot more entertaining and funny. I won't say they were more interesting than Miyamoto, but they were more entertaining to watch on the screen, in my opinion. My favourite one was definitely the one who could control the birds, who could control the hawks. However, I can't remember his name. He died way too early in the show. All I can remember and all I know is that his name began with G. That is literally it. And that he died way too early in the show, in my opinion. So, character is really boring and basic. And then as to the storyline, I don't know if I said this earlier, but if I haven't, I'm saying it now. The storyline, the plot, look, it could have been any other samurai TV show or movie out there, and it would have been more or less the same. Like I said earlier, you would be better off just watching The Last Samurai, or 47 Ronin, or Rurouni Kenshin. It is just a basic, typical samurai TV show. Like, there's nothing too special, aside from the fact that it's based on Miyamoto Musashi, but not even, like, the actual samurai and his life story in a documentary. It's just, like, he's just the main character. That is it, and apart from the animation, that is the only two things I can really give to this show that make it special, is the fact that Miyamoto Musashi is in it, and the animation. So, all in all, would I recommend this anime? If you're getting into anime and, you know, you're not really like an experienced watcher, I guess, then yeah, sure, I guess I sort of recommend it, particularly if you like action and fighting and really good animation and samurai and stuff. But it wasn't all that great, I'll be honest with you. So out of 10, I would give it a solid 5 to 6, maybe a 6.5, somewhere along that scale. Do you know what? I'm going to give it a 5.5, because 5 is here, 6 is here. I'll be fair, meet it in the middle, give it a 5.5. So, like I said, would I recommend it? Kind of. If you like basic samurai stories, or if you're just getting into anime, then sure. Another good thing I will give to the anime is that there are only 8 episodes, meaning that you can watch it all in a day if you want to. So unlike shows like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, or Bleach, or Dragon Ball, or One Piece, or Jujutsu Kaisen, you haven't gotta take like a big lump of time out of your schedule to watch it. You can watch it all in a day if you really wanted to. But other than that, solid 5.5 to a 6 out of 10. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Would recommend to certain people, I guess. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future content, and I'll see you all in the next one.